So World Rugby have picked their award winners for 2022, but do you agree? And I thought you were going to score.
Ask a better question, you get a better answer.
Hi guys, welcome back. So let's have a look at some of these World Rugby Award winners that were announced at the weekend. And I'd love to know if you guys agree with the choices here, if there are any missing from the nominees. I'm going to give you my take on it. It's obviously very subjective, but hey, it's good fun to have a look at. So I'm just going to look at some of these categories, not all of them, and also have a look at the Dream Team, because that's good fun. But let's have a look at Men's Player of the Year, Women's Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, and Breakthrough Player of the Year. Now, Men's Player of the Year goes to Josh van der Flier, and goodness me, the amount of times I've said in my match reports, my videos, what a great player he is. I think it's well deserved. He's absolutely improved beyond no end over the last couple of years. Defensively, attackingly, he's just such a threat everywhere. Yeah, I think probably the best 7 in the world at the moment for sure. Best player in the world? Yeah, I'd possibly give him that one. The other guy who I've always been saying is possibly the best player in the world, or the best player in the world, is Ardie Savea, and well, he's not even on the list, and that is the glaring omission. I've really no idea how he didn't even make the list. He has just been phenomenal. Now, one interesting point of discussion is, does the success of your team boost your chances of winning these awards? Well, technically you could argue it shouldn't because it's Player of the Year, but I think in reality it absolutely does. So the fact that Ireland, I guess, won that series so famously over New Zealand helped van der Flier and maybe didn't help Savea. But then New Zealand, they won the Rugby Championship. So again, not sure why Savea is not there. But who else is there? We've got Lukhanyo Am, who is just an unbelievable outside centre. Maybe didn't play as many games as he'd like this year, so maybe that didn't push his claim, or he could have been close. Antoine Dupont, absolutely amazing. The Six Nations winners France maybe helped a bit. And he's just an absolute phenomenal player. The best scrum half in the world for sure. And Johnny Sexton at 37 years old, still guiding Ireland around. Ireland have had a great year. I think it's helped. Maybe Savea for Johnny Sexton might have been my change on that list, but definitely a worthy winner in Josh van der Flier. Now, Women's Player of the Year is Ruhi Demant. Well deserved. She guided her team around that World Cup final so well. And goodness me, in combination with Coach of the Year, Wayne Smith, they absolutely transformed that team. She's also the co-captain, and the way they moved that ball along the backline especially was phenomenal. Now, I think it's fair to say maybe if they hadn't won the World Cup, would she have won Player of the Year? Probably not, but international rugby is about winning, isn't it, in the end? And she was absolutely key. If England, say, had won the World Cup, it probably would have gone to Alex Matthews, but that is sport. Portia Woodman would have been a good winner as well. She has been phenomenal for New Zealand. Now in Coach of the Year, it's a really strong lineup. Wayne Smith winning it. Wow, what a difference he made to the Black Ferns. At the beginning of the year, they did not look like winning that World Cup at all. They were a shadow of their former selves. He came in, completely transformed them, played to their strengths, but they were still very good physically. But goodness me, their skill level and attacking prowess was just through the roof. Throughout the years, everyone has wanted Wayne Smith in their international setup. I know England have been after him. Everyone's been after him. He's done so much time on the international scene. He had one last gig here. It was to help the Black Ferns win the World Cup, which he did. So absolutely makes sense for him to win World Coach of the Year. Andy Farrell must have been close, because what a phenomenal performance from Ireland this year and the last couple of years, to be fair. Fabienne Gaultier, head of the very strong French team, still performing very well. And the English women team has been very dominant for a long period now. And if they'd won the World Cup, I think it might have gone to Simon Middleton as well, but well deserved for Wayne Smith. Now, the last category I'm going to look at is the Men's Breakthrough Player of the Year. It goes to Ange Capuozzo. An absolute vital cog in that Italian backline. Vital again in that amazing win against Australia. So absolutely, I think, the deserved winner. The other guy I think is close is Mac Hansen. He's been brilliant coming into that Irish team. Henry Arundel, I think, will be a great player, but maybe that was a bit premature to put him on that list. Dan Sheehan, however, has been doing really, really well in the place of Kelleher, so what a great replacement he's been. So I think maybe those other two Irish guys could have got the nomination, but you can't take it away from the try-scoring machine of Capuozzo. And finally, let's have a look at this Dream Team, the World Rugby Dream Team of the Year, starting at loose head with Ellis Genge. Yeah, he's been brilliant for England. England's best player of the year for sure. Malcolm Marks has had a really strong year at hooker. In the Rugby Championship was very, very good. I've got to say that I think Takiyahu must have been close, although he hasn't been playing recently. Taylor's been getting the nod over him. I think he should be starting. But yeah, Takiyahu's really impressed me. So one of those two I'd have been happy with. Tyg Furlan of Ireland, an absolute titan in that Irish pack, again rewarded for their amazing win in New Zealand, that series win. Another Irish player in at second row is Tyg Byrne. Love this guy, second row / back row, all over the place, all skill, always in the right place, amazing in the ruck. You gotta like him. He goes alongside Sam Whitelock, who's just been phenomenal for New Zealand, keeping on going. I did question maybe at the beginning of the Rugby Championship, would we see him fade a little bit as age caught up with him, but not at all. To be fair, in the second row, I think I would have found a place for Eben Etzebeth. I think he's been unbelievable this year, and I think he's just the best second row in the world, so I would have had him in there. I'm not sure who over, though. In the back row, we start with the all-action Matera of Argentina. You've got to love this guy, Mr. Argentina, attacking, defensive, turnovers. He's got the lot. What a competitor. Would love him in my team. At 7, obviously, you have to have the World Player of the Year with Josh van der Fleer, so that's an easy one. Then at 8, they've got Gregory Aldrit of France, who is a fantastic player. But did he have a better year than Ardie Savea? I don't think so. They're both amazing. I'd love them both in my team, but you can only have one number 8, and surely it's Ardie Savea. But anyway, Dupont is at 9, best 9 in the world. I think maybe Smith's pretty close, and certainly Gibson Park of Ireland has been phenomenal for Ireland. Very crucial in the way they play their tempo attack. Johnny Sexton, a nominee, is in at 10, so I think that's fair enough. And at 11, we've got Marika Corambetti of Australia, the human missile, as I call him. Goodness me, he's quick and powerful, and when he plays for Australia, he makes a world of difference. In the centres, it's the South African pairing of Diolande and Am. Yeah, it's hard to split those two up. They've been ever-present together. Am, I think, definitely at 13. At 12, I think you could make a case for a few other 12s. Diolande's been solid, certainly, but maybe not absolutely at his best. I think maybe if Geordie Barrett had played a few more games for New Zealand at 12, I'd have had Geordie Barrett in. I think he really has an awful lot to his game. Then rounding off the wingers, we've got Will Jordan, just a phenomenal player. I love this guy. Actually started off very slowly for New Zealand, then had a couple of worldie games. Now he's been injured, so maybe a little fortunate to get in on game time, but on ability, absolutely. Then at fullback, we've got Freddie Stewart, an absolute titan in the air, hits the line hard, really has fixtured himself in that England 15 shirt already. Although I must say Hugo Keenan must have been chasing him hard. He's been almost perfect for Ireland for a long time, so I think Keenan would have been a good shout as well. Anyway, guys, let me know who you'd have in that dream team, who you'd have winning those awards. Love to know what you think, and I'll catch you next time.